People hate this song. Hate this song with a passion. I have gotten, this girl doesn't know how to put words together. She doesn't know how to songwrite. Pure stupidity. Blah, blah, blah. So, allow me to explain. We are going to go over each lyric of this song, every phrase, every sentence, everything. And I will explain the concept and whatever I was trying to say in detail. From an overall standpoint, I was left heartbroken after my first love. Throughout high school, I didn't have many friends, and I put him in the same category as my parents. Dangerous. I know. We did everything together. We were just kids, so we almost grew up with each other in a way. In terms of where I lived, we put carpet in, he helped me paint, he arranged my furniture in the way that he wanted. I didn't like it, but I wanted what he liked. So when we broke up, I just remember looking around this room. I was angry at myself, so I felt like the furniture, the fan, the carpet, everything in this room was angry at me too because it felt like all of his things. I felt like a stranger in my own room. Everything reminded me of him, and I felt like the room had to get over him as well, in the same way that I did. So my true emotions are being brought to life throughout this room. It was given a personality, personification, if you will, personification at its finest, as well as the metaphor of simply growing up. So, there's a lot going on. Let's just jump into these lyrics. Strip the paint off these walls that we painted. They scream your name like you're famous. I can't take it. So we are repainting the room. You can always repaint a room, but that color is still underneath, and it will always be underneath. So I felt suffocated by these walls. I'm painting over them in hopes that I can escape. You leave your touch on everything you feel. So I'm speaking metaphorically as well as quite literally. You made your mark on me and the physical room itself, if that kind of makes more sense. And now the walls inside my mind are starting to peel. I need another coat to heal. I'm referring to the walls as if it's my heart. I'm using the walls and the coats of paint to mask my own hurt, when really it won't be any use, but I haven't figured that out yet. I'm speaking as if more and more coats of paint on the walls will heal my heart. For a wall it does, but for a heart, no. The carpet's the same, I still spill some things, but nothing like the stain that you left us that day. So here I talk about the carpet that we put in and touch on a few tendencies of mine, spilling crap, and then bam, hit with him leaving. I love the dramatic irony about a stain in the carpet referring to your partner leaving. Something small from something very big. So I'm pretty much blaming him for leaving me and all of these things behind. I'm blaming the things of this room for my hurt instead of just allowing myself to grieve. And then to follow up with this last lyric of this line, but I'll replace it. I say this in a mindset of if I change it, I'm fixed. I won't hurt anymore. But again, we haven't gotten there yet. It's not true. And if I let the fan cry and it gets louder at night, I know you loved its sound, but it's haunting me now. Notice how all of the things in this room are either screaming, crying. I'm hit with this horrific symphony of sounds within this room. The fan had a different sound without him, almost as if it was crying because he was gone, and it keeps reminding me that he's gone. I have to break our routine. I think I'll turn it off tonight. Again, I'm ignoring the problem and not allowing myself to heal. In denial, pretty much. Your touch is still on everything I feel makes it that much harder to heal. Repeating this lyric again in a more aggressive, hurtful tone just shows that I'm starting to experience my own emotions and just taking accountability for these emotions and feelings. And it's not just the room. It's something much deeper, but I don't want it to be true. I got brown to cover the blue. This is the first time where you start to see me mature as a woman. I'm coming to terms with this breakup, and I'm choosing a more neutral, grown color. But if we're speaking metaphorically, it's a much more bland color, something far from a light blue. But if I paint and paint the blue away, I know your touch is still under this coat. Paint the blue away. When you hear, I'm feeling blue, blue is typically a color associated with sadness. Metaphorically speaking, I thought I could paint the sadness away, but at this point, I'm starting to come to a realization that it will never be completely gone. These walls don't forget. I don't need another coat. This just won't heal. I've come to a realization that the paint will forever be underneath these walls and never just gone. Just like this love will never be completely gone, It will just simply fade with time. What if I told you this room was selfish and there's nothing you could do that would help it? But boy, you made it unselfish. He's the only person that could quiet this room if he came back. And he's the only one that could heal my heart if he came back. Also, for someone to make you unselfish and a better person is something very hard to do. So I wanted to kind of tie that together and make that connection. Let me just share a little story. I remember 2 years had passed and I invited someone over and they walked right in and I'm thinking like, no, this isn't right. This doesn't feel right. I need them to leave immediately. I was thinking this random guy is going to ruin our space. He was walking around, touching things, and it just made me really angry, honestly. Angry more than anything, which is interesting. The door lets you in, and so did I, but we can't close this case because your foot is in the way. We watched you walk away. Like I said in the beginning, I let him in my inner circle, and I'm very picky about who's close to me and who I let in. He would still reach out from time to time, and to hear from him hurt worse. I felt like I couldn't heal until he really let me go. So he walked away, and him coming back and back and forth, it just made it harder. I wished it would just end. That always makes it harder. And then the last lyrics, paint, replace this place. Paint, replace this place with a coat that won't heal. So now I'll do what only I can do. I know my heart will not heal along with the room, but I'll accept time and move on. I'm hurt, but I can still paint a room and erase the physical aspects of us. So, that being said, all in all, I really hope this clears up some confusion and maybe you can understand it more. And next time, if someone is writing a song about personal experience, something very unique to them, if you can't relate to it, you don't have to listen to it. But I wanted this to be very, very specific to me. All of songs I write are from personal experience and very specific situations. And I feel like the people that do listen to my music, it's for very specific reasons. It's not coming from a very broad perspective. So if people listen to the song, they're either in love with it and relate to it a little too well, or you're just not going to like it at all. So that's how this song is. If you're wanting to just listen to a song just for the fun of it, this probably isn't the one. But if you haven't heard this song, I suggest searching on your streaming platform and having a listen. And now, if you've watched this video, you can go into it knowing the backstory and knowing the meaning of everything. So, thank you for watching. If you would like more backstory, more of an explanation on my other songs, that they may not be as deep as this one. There's definitely some songs that don't really require an explanation, but if you do want more videos like this, let me know. Thanks for watching, and go have a listen to Another Code to Heal.